Welcome.
Hi.
Reading, writing, and watching are three favorite verbs. We are geeks. We love geek entertainment and genre culture. No, genre entertainment and geek culture. My name is Louis Matos. I'm the Mustache. Joining me today is
Junior Figueroa, a.k.a. The Beard, coming to you live from an extremely hot and sweaty Puerto Rico.
Yay! Yeah, I could tell you're really enthused.
I am. I'm melting, but I'm enthused.
All right. So, yeah, this is our Get Out of Jail Free! Number 5.
Yes.
And
number 5, which means that it's coming after number 4 and before number 6.
Yeah.
How do you figure that?
We know math.
Be smart.
Yeah. So Get Out of Jail Free videos are generally what we do to get out of doing our chores and, actually doing work. So, this is what we do in our free time, is what we watch, what we read, and then what we write about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. I like the way you phrased that.
That's Dad did that. All right. So we're going to be talking about some properties today. 3 each. Generally recommendations. And so we'll tell you a little bit about them. So you want to start us off?
Yeah, usually it's recommendations if we can recommend it, but since we're entering into this blind, it doesn't always work that way. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, I to start out with, I am still reading my book, Mark of Reprisal by Elizabeth Moon, part of the Vada's War series, right? And I'm enjoying it. Again, it's the second in the Vada's War series. The first one, I had written a review about it, and I will probably review this book as well. Thankfully, I'm enjoying it as much as I did the first one. So that's part of what I did this week to get out of jail free.
Okay, cool.
Second, I watched Star Trek First Frontier, a Star Trek fan fiction movie that came out on Star Trek Day. Remember Star Trek Day?
Yes, I remember.
Star Trek Day, yay! It came out on Star Trek Day, and I happen to like Star Trek fan fiction. It's uneven. It's fan fiction, so it's fans doing this. They're not getting paid. They're doing it out of out of their love of the franchise, whatever the franchise. There's Star Wars fiction. There's Twilight fiction. There's and this is Star Trek. I really liked it. I've seen it 3 times already, and I wrote a review on it. If you haven't read it, what is the matter with you?
Yeah, it's yesterday's post. Come on.
So come on, check it out. And the movie, it's a 90-minute movie. It's on YouTube for free. So if you like Star Trek,
and if you like free,
if you like Star Trek, if you like sci-fi, if you like good stuff, I recommend you go check it out. And lastly, I started reading. It was a bunch of comics I read. There is the DC has a new ongoing series of Metal Men, and I've been reading it, but they're having trouble because of the pandemic, coming out with this. So it's only been 10 issues. This week, the 10th issue came out, so I read it. It's still good, but it leaves you hanging because who knows when the 11th issue is going to be able to come out. So it's pretty good. I've always liked the Metal Men. It's one of those creations from the '60s that It was made just for me. What I really got into was I was reading Champions, Marvel Comics, the Champions. This is their original run on this Champions because it has completed its run, and then there's a new number one. So this is the one. It takes place. It starts off right after Civil War II, and basically it's a bunch of teenage superheroes. Ms. Marvel, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Kid Nova, Teenage Hulk, Vision, the Teenage Cyclops, who decide to form a team of their own, the Champions, and the idea is being that the Champions is going to win back the trust of people for superheroes after they've lost it because of the Civil War. And it's pretty good. I'm up to issue 6, and the kids start a youth movement. Thanks to the internet and everything, they start a youth movement. And so the stories are a little different. For example, they travel to the Middle East and protect a school of girls from being attacked by Muslim extremists and being wiped out. So they're interesting stories. I'm enjoying it so far. I've only read 6 issues, so I'm enjoying it so far. Let's see, because so often what happens with these books is that they jump the shark, or a new creative team comes in and takes everything in a new direction, and you're like, oh God, they blew it. So far, I'm enjoying it. So that's what I did to get out of jail free this week.
Alrighty. You just did all yours 3 in a row.
I did my 3 in a row.
All right. So
what did you do to get out of jail free this week?
Okay. So one of the things I want to talk about is a movie. See, and this week for me was very nostalgia-oriented, very retro. I'm going to start with 1986, April Fool's Day. I saw this movie on Amazon, and I said, let me go see it. I remember the ending. I remembered a lot of things. It's a whodunit style slasher, directed by Fred Walton. Fred Walton of When a Stranger Calls.
Oh, no.
When a Stranger Calls. You remember that movie, 1979, with Carol Kane? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you checked the children? So he directed this movie. Yeah, and produced by Frank Mancuso Jr., who I love because he curated the Friday the 13th franchise. In this movie is Deborah Foreman, Amy Steele. I love Amy Steele. Ken Oland, Thomas F. Wilson. College friends are spending the April Fool's weekend at Muffy's Island Mansion. Yeah, isn't that Muffy? She has set up a variety of pranks around the house for April Fool's Day, and it starts off with simple gags, but at the end, as the weekend passes, they get more complex and more dangerous. And so I remember this movie. It is I'm giving it 3.5 Grey Geeks because it has chutzpah. Sheer audacity.
It has chutzpah. Chutzpah. It's got chutzpah.
Yeah, it is awesome on certain levels. Light on the gore, though. The rewatch value goes down because the suspense is diminished. You get the gags. You already know what the ending is. However, 30-something years later, I still enjoy it. The backstory was unique back then and slightly ballsy. So I appreciate it, and so therefore gave it the 3.5 Grey Geeks.
Cool.
Did you ever see it?
No.
You never saw it? Okay. It's a fun movie. It's one of those movies you could watch with other people. And it's not heavy on the R-rated stuff, so I'm going to go with Charlie's Angels versus the Bionic Woman. It is readcomiconline.to. It is free. There's 4 issues. It's Dynamite Comics. If you are an 80s geek, as we are.
Because we were actually there.
Yeah. If you remember the Charlie's Angels,
The original Charlie's
you're
Angels.
going to have a certain sense of nostalgia. If you remember the Bionic Woman, yes, and that whole world view that they had back then. So, if the writer is Cameron Diordio, the artist is Sue Lee. Clearly, they are familiar with both of those milieus because you have, yes, it has Charlie. And yes, it has Bosley.
Yes.
And it has Maximilian, the dog, the bionic dog. It has Rudy, the doctor, and Oscar Goldman, of the OSI, yes. When Charlie's Angels pick up an assignment to steal a dangerous patent and put it back in the hands of its inventor, they encounter a counter-spy, Jamie Summers, the Bionic Woman. This is sometime after both shows ran off the air in the 80s. The Office of Strategic Investigation is privatized, OSI, and it sold its patents in bionics to the highest bidder, which is, of course, the U.S. military. So they want to take bionics to the battlefield, but the Angels want to help the inventor so he can explore the medical applications of bionics. I mean, imagine if you're crippled, a bionic leg would be kind of helpful, you know. So how long will the Bionic Woman stand in the way? That is up where we are. And it's 4 issues. The art is great. The story is fun. And, you know, it takes the rubs the nostalgia goggles the way that you like them rubbed. And it's 4 Grey Geeks. What do you think?
That doesn't make any sense. Well, I'd have to read the comic book. The OSI was part of the U.S. government. So how could they lose the patents on what they already owned?
Because they don't own them. Rudy owns them.
So then how could... Then Rudy sold them?
No. Not in this story. It's Oscar that sells them.
Now, how did he get them?
Well, because, you know, he and Rudy are friends, you know, and they stopped being friends.
Yeah, but you and I are friends, but you don't own the patents to...
No, but, you know, because they worked for OSI. So it's mistake. It's a little convoluted, you know. The story is a little convoluted by that. Yeah, you'd have to check it out to...
Yeah. That part doesn't make any sense.
All right.
And they privatized...
OSI.
It's like privatizing the CIA. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because they figured they consolidate all the, you know, the names, the lettered names and stuff like that. I like the story. And part of it is the whole nostalgia.
I'm not knocking it. I haven't read it, so
Yeah.
I'm not knocking it. What I'm saying is that part there doesn't make any sense.
All right. And so I'm going to end with the last thing that I liked this week that I watched was Cobra Kai.
Oh, yes.
By Netflix. It's 34 years after the 1984 All Valley Karate Tournament. Johnny Lawrence is down and out. He's the blonde kid. Proof that one event in your life can resonate and haunt you for a long time. Seeking redemption, he reopens the Cobra Kai dojo, reigniting his feud with a now very successful Danny LaRusso. They brought back most of the cast, you know, of the Karate Kid.
Mr. Miyagi's there?
No, Mr. Miyagi has passed away. Pat Morita has passed away. But he is very present in a lot of the kitsch and, you know, and Ralph Macchio's trying to restore the Miyagi dojo. Miyagi is a real presence there. So if he would have been alive, he would have been brought back. They brought back LaRusso's mother. which, you know, you remember that actress. They brought back all of the Cobra Kais, the little gang that was with, and they're still kind of a gang.
Gangish?
Yeah, gangish in their, you know, mid 50s, you know, around there. So
I never grew up, did they?
Yeah, they never grew up. Let's see. So Ralph Macchio, William Zabka, Martin Cove, Pat Morita's Mr. Miyagi is very present despite no longer being with us. God rest his soul. It's 2 seasons, half-hour episodes.
Oh.
So it's 10 episodes per
quick.
Yes, it's in 10 hours you can bang it out because the both seasons. It's produced by Will Smith. So
Really?
yes, he produced it. There's and the new Karate Kids are Zolo Maridueña, Miguel Diaz, you know. The actress, you know, and also as part of the Cobra Kai's is Peyton List. I don't know if you ever watched Jessie on Nickelodeon or Disney. It was on Disney. Yeah, she's a Disney kid who's grown up. Mary Mouser Sam is the daughter of LaRusso, and Tanner Buchanan. All of these kids, they have some moves. So really interesting. I loved it. Loved it. The fact that it rubbed all of the right places, remembering everything. So 4.5 Grey Geeks is what I'd say.
Wow.
And I believe Elizabeth Shue will be next season.
Really?
Yes, to bring her back.
Really?
So, yeah, so they have tried, like I said, if Mr. Miyagi, if Pat Morita had been still here alive,
right,
he'd be in this too. So really excited, really had a good time. Hope that you check that out.
So that's how you spent.
That's how I got out of jail
that's how
free.
you got out of jail free, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. With that having been said, my name is Louis Matos. I am the Mustache.
I'm Junior Figueroa. I be the Beard.
We say thank you for watching.
Hasta la vista.
Take it easy.
Bye.
And
Peace.